Hello, my name is Levkothea and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about my portfolio and how I've been doing and dealing with art blog, because I feel like that's something a lot of you guys also struggle with. So I just want to sit down, relax, talk about it. It's just something really personal to me, and I really just want to put it out for you. If you're currently doing your portfolio or are planning on submitting one, etc., etc., I'll just break down my portfolio up to the point I have it now, and also how I deal with art block, as well as showing you some things in my journal that I did on paper, because recently I feel like those are my much more valuable works. So I would say let's get straight into it, and I hope you enjoy this video. Okay, so first I kind of want to talk about how I did my portfolio / how I'm doing it, because I'm not finished. I want to say this straight out. I'm not finished yet with my portfolio. I have to submit it in May, I think, and it's end of January now. So there's still a lot that can happen actually. If I decide to redo it completely, I still have time for that as well, even though that would be a lot of crazy work. I have been working on this since summer, but I consider it my portfolio not as like one big project. I consider it as consisting of multiple little projects I've done over a few years, because I've been actually scrapbooking, doing flyers, handouts, etc. for a very long time, and there's just a lot of projects that came to life with that. So I really want to focus on not doing everything new, because you won't be able to see my kind of editing style, how I evolved, etc., etc. So we will just get right into it, because this video is already too long. Some overall facts about my portfolio first, because I feel like if I post this, it will get maybe some backlash. I don't really get comments, so that's more unlikely. But I do have to say that there will be some things I have to put out first now. So one, my portfolio does have a lot of text. I've heard from a person that the more text, the worse it is. I heard different things as well, and for me personally, it makes more sense if I give more insight to my works and my projects than to not give any context at all, if that makes sense. So that's that. And the second thing is, I also heard, like, there's so many things. One people say that, the other people say that, and I just found my way of doing my portfolio. Those people said that not only your portfolio should have one theme to say, to make it organized, but also your works and your projects, they should be kind of connected together or have a theme or something. I'm not a fan of that, because if you only take the time to do one specific project and say, okay, well, my topic is going to be the art of liking things, is something I just came up with, the people rating your portfolio, they won't be able to see all the things you can come up with, because some things in here, they have very different themes and topics that I talk about, because they're important to me. I don't want just one topic if I can have a lot of them, and I think that makes sense. So yeah, my portfolio, I'm going to show you the slide here or there, I don't know. I'm going to move a little bit to here so you can guys, I can put it here. My portfolio is structured in two parts. One is connected directly to my experiences as well as myself, and the second part is kind of neutrally designed. So the first part is really structured, organized, looks like everything is kind of designed to fit the portfolio's theme. And the second part is just, I don't want the portfolio to take away from the projects themselves. So I really want to straight up just have the works, the projects, and the theme of the portfolio doesn't matter that much. So this is my introduction kind of thing. This is what I came up with. It's very maximalistic, I think you say it. Like the whole portfolio. I'm not talking about this one. I came up with this sort of shape. I thought it was very cute. I added some fruit because those are elements that always reappear in my portfolio. So I thought that was nice. This is my second slide is my contacts, data, etc. I won't be showing this one, even though it may be interesting to people, but I'm too lazy to blur all of this out. So this is my third slide. I'm not very fine with this yet, but I will maybe make some changes. I just feel like it still looks very unorganized, but this is just basically the contents of this portfolio divided into part 1 and part 2, as I said. This is the slide for part 2. By the way, this is going to be in German, obviously, since I'm Austrian. So this is part 1 of my portfolio, like the first slide. This is a piece I did analogically. This is a piece I did on paper. I can show you right here in my journal. My topic for this one was to just recap what's been going on in my mind, what I've been thinking of, what I've been just things I really like and enjoy at the moment. So this was a very personal thing, and I thought I should do it on the second page because scrapbooking and collages, photo montage is actually the thing I really want to concentrate on because it's my best, like those are my best works in my opinion. And tell me why I cannot find it. This is really annoying right now. Oh my god, where is it? I can't find it right now, sadly. It's somewhere in here, but I can't find it, so I can't show you. But yeah, this is my second thing. It's called My Mind, and I did it in my free time as well. I used PixArt for the effect of my selfie, and then I like picked pictures out of whatever medium I had and just put it down with glue on paper. And I drew the background with some markers, I think, and also pens. So you can see I have the title in this bubble, and then I have when I did it, the year, and the programs, and above that is actually a quick explanation of this piece and why I did it, how I did it, especially what my intent was behind it. So this is going to be how it's structured. My second one is concert. This is another collage or something like that. Again, I have fruits on here, as you can see, so I really tried to make my portfolio happy, fruity, maximalist, and all the same colors. And yeah, this was an experience. I went to the Aurora concert and it was very amazing. I actually have a video about how I made this. I'm just going to link it down below. If you're interested, you can check it out. So that's that. I'm not going to talk about it too much. This one, I tried Adobe Illustrator. I'm usually a Procreate girly, but I tried portfolio, like for graphic design, people always want Photoshop, Illustrator, Lightroom, especially all these Adobe kind of things that you think, oh my god, what am I even doing? Like, there are ways I can do this smarter. And yes, there are, but if they see you tried, I'm not very proud of these because I think they're kind of ugly, I'm not gonna lie. But I've been told that these are great and fit the portfolio, so I just left them in there because you need to show kind of like what you're doing, right? Next one is something I'm really, really proud of. It's album covers for Fiona Apple. I tried to make the first one, like, here's where I bring the bright green element into my portfolio. Fiona Apple is one of my favorite singers, and I wanted to design album covers, so I just took some mock-ups, some free mock-ups, because I'm not spending any money on this portfolio, and I tried to make one modern kind of album cover and one that actually fits her aesthetic, or like fits her discography. And I edited the picture myself and picked out everything else. Like, that's literally what I'm doing. Like, what am I even talking about? And yeah, I also explained this in the paragraph on the side. So again, you can read it, but I wrote that I really wanted to try to make a modern and a typical Fiona Apple album cover of the album When the Pawn. So yeah, that's actually, I think this is probably one of the slides I'm most proud of. And the next one is, okay, so hear me out. This is something I came up with randomly. This is just something so they can see I can incorporate fun things, or like not fun things, but I can incorporate the portfolio or like the project into my portfolio. I did this straight up in the portfolio. It's not a separate piece. I graduated in biology this year, and those are just the themes I have to take to like graduate in that topic. So I made myself some kind of, how do you say it, overlook of the things I have to study for. And I thought biology is like kind of with genes and bacteria, viruses especially. And I just thought it looked cute, so I put it in because who cares anyways? If I don't get in, I don't get in. So, as I said, my portfolio isn't finished yet, right? But currently I don't have a part 2 slide that announces it, so I'm not done with the structure yet. But I do have part 2 started. So there's this one. It's a skincare brand I designed. It's called Hygiene. Hygiene is called hygiene in German, and Hygge is actually a Danish word for like cozy, relaxing, enjoying life, taking it slow, kind of that vibe. And actually I did this in Adobe Photoshop, and it was the most horrible project I've ever done, and I feel like it doesn't resemble me at all. But that's something people expect you to do. They see, you have a very specific editing type, you have a very specific designing type. Can you break that pattern? And I just feel like this was something quick and actually easy to do besides doing the mock-ups. I wanted it to be clean, minimalistic, and appealing to maybe a little bit older people who care more about their skin, care more about their relaxation, kind of like people who have a skincare ritual, basically. I just wanted to look kind of luxurious, but not too luxurious, just natural, cozy, and whatever I wrote there. So that's one of the more bigger projects I had. And then I had this collage, which I actually don't have in my portfolio yet, but this I did for a competition. I haven't got the results yet, how I did, but the topic was solitary, something like that, like holding together and working together. And gemeinsam unterwegs, it's moving together, basically, in German. Like, we're on our way together as humans, on our way to the future, stuff like that. And it's, personally, I printed out all these small pictures, made them black and white, put them on a good paper, and then just went with the flow from there. I added John Lennon because he resembles the Beatles, and the Beatles kind of represent peace to me. I added a papaya. I initially wanted to use the dates because they represent peace and kind of like everything that a dove resembles. Dates do that as well. So, but I took a papaya because I needed something more colorful, and I really like papayas. So not to eat, but visually. So I put them there, and I also added an anarchy symbol with crayon because I felt like it needed something I put on there that I drew, because it was all picture, glue. And I was like, well, there's missing something, but I can't put another picture there. So what I did is I just drew that on, and I think it made the whole piece kind of come together. So that's that. I think this is probably one of my coolest, most creative artworks. People have actually told me that this is really, really, really cool, so I'm very excited about that. So yeah, moving on to the next one. Those are posters, and I have one Bible quotation with some affirmations and one that says protect your peace, heal from within. I just really liked the protect your peace quote, and I also liked heal from within, so I tried to put that together. My goal for these two were to actually make a poster for my room that is calm, brings me down, reminds me of the things I really want to remind myself of. So that's that. And the first one can be used as a wallpaper as well. The second one technically as well, because I try to not put things on the top so you can kind of see the time, still see the time. But yeah, I think these pieces are pretty boring, especially because they were done pretty fast, except for picking out the fonts and pictures. I did the gradient on the orange one myself, and kind of like the round shape, so that was that. But the second one is basically zero effort. I don't know if I'm going to keep this in, but we will see. I just wanted something calm, something relaxing to put on my wall, put on my phone screen, like so many people do. So yeah. More collages. As I said, I want to make this my main focus because I'm very good at them. And I'm not afraid to admit that. You have to... Not liking your artwork pushes you to be more creative, pushes you to be working harder, but I come to the terms that if I like what I do, and if I like my art or talk positively about it, I will be more likely to do more of it. So yeah, those are two collages I did, and I rambled in this paragraph about how collages are something very personal to me. Usually they resemble something I was thinking of, my week, or just something that's been on my mind, or they have a specific topic. Like on the first one it was red, and in the second one it was basically I don't know what the theme was because I think I was just scrapbooking, but the second one probably has to do something with my week. It's been very long since I did those. Also, if you noticed, I have to put like the year and when I did it as well here still, so it's really not finished, but that's what I have so far. So yeah, that's my portfolio up to now. I will probably make an update anyways. Now let's talk about what I did against art block, because I've been stressing out so much about my portfolio that I was like, I can't create right now. I'm so much in my head that I just couldn't create. I would sit down and my brain was like, no, not today. And that was basically every day. And I was like, I am stressed. Like, I have a whole portfolio to do. What do you mean? I can't create right now. What helped me is get inspired. Get inspired. And I feel like this is such a stupid thing to say, because what do you even mean? But go out, talk to your friends, capture what you're feeling. I think this is the most important thing, because art always kind of resembles how we feel, what we think of. And if you have art block, try to create something about art block. If you can't create something about art block, try to draw a flower, do challenges. And if it really doesn't work, take time off. Take the time off. The art block will go away eventually, but my tip for you is to go outside, do something fun, talk to people you get inspired by, listen to podcasts, watch new YouTubers, read something meaningful. Those are all things that get our creative process going. And I know it can be hard to kind of get that flow starting, especially while creating, but you've got it. And that's basically all I have to say about my art blog. It's horrible, I know, but it will go eventually. And with that, I want to end this video. I know it's been a little bit longer. As I said, I'm going to give you updates about my portfolio. But yeah, have a lovely, lovely week, and I love you. Bye.